Wow. This entire time I was talking to you guys, if Froggo wouldn't have said maybe he forgot to press the live, or Zishan said maybe he forgot to press the live button, I totally did. It's so annoying that it doesn't do that automatically. All right. Anyways, I have my eval going on the back end here, and I got about 10 seconds here to the open. This is precision, not apex, so I'm going to set the orders both ways. It's pretty funny, actually. I think we're in. Yeah, we're in short here. I didn't click fast enough there. If we can get the push down towards the lows. Just looking for that quick little flush through the lows. Oh, dirty. That's dirty. Need that little extra push. Come on. Come on. There we go. All right, that should have triggered me in on the eval, I think. Oh, no. Oh, now we're in. I'm assuming we're going to hit drawdown on this pretty quickly. Unless we just go straight down. Oh. Go, baby, go. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. No way. No way. Oh, are you kidding me? Okay, it filmed me. No way. That actually worked. Who said that? Somebody said just go short at the open and thank me later. I did read that. It was Bahamas Trader. And boy, was he right. We just passed the other eval on precision. That's funny. We only had like 800 in drawdown there, I think. Now we have a lot more. That's funny. All right, so precision was a success today. Passed the eval, and we got the trade on the open. We only used 3 contracts though, because I didn't like exactly where we were. Reload this so you can see it. There it is, the trade there. I was just trying to front run the low day there. Ah, Bahamas Trader with the call of the century. Just go short. You'll thank me later. He was right. All right, let me switch over to Apex real quick. You can also get rid of those live reactions. I was running a little late today. My youngest is home today and tomorrow, so I was with him. I sat down. I was kind of not paying full attention to everything going on. Yeah, bud. What? Just regular milk? While this is loading, I'll be right back. We are 15. So now we'll be looking for the bands, but this is too close to The open. Elias, good morning. No chart, no Vesh. What are we talking about? I'm here. Now I know why GDT was like late. I wish I could show you all. I mean, it was recording, so I could show you. But yeah, I said hi to Ciceron, Zishan, Bob. I was answering all the questions and stuff too. God, I feel like such an idiot. Yeah, refresh your browser, Steve. I think you're well behind. I went ahead and bought new accounts. Hope they don't screw us on the payout request. Yeah, I had mentioned that. Seems like they're now spending more time reviewing payouts, which yeah, I had explained that while I was going through this. But it just seems like some people are getting approved. Some people are asking for like a video explaining their strategy, et cetera, et cetera. But yeah, who really does know? Bob said, I think they extend it to the end of the month. That I know for a fact is not true. My inside guy said today is the last day for 90% off, and then they're going to go to 80% off until the end of the month. I do not know what they're going to do at the beginning of June. You guys, it's pout, not payout. That's why you're not getting approved. You're saying it wrong. Pout. Yeah, it does end today. It'll go to 80%. I'm still under review. I guess they're waiting to see if I'll blow the account first. Just don't trade it. I said this earlier, but obviously you couldn't hear me. But there's nothing stopping you from not trading it. As long as you have your 10 days met, they can't make you trade the account. So make sure you all follow the rules and don't do bracket order. No need to stress about this. I agree. I like Apex payout process. Only open twice a month. Takes 2 weeks to process. Makes the trader either sit on their hands or risk blowing the accounts, but you can advertise they pay twice monthly. I mean, that is true, but you could always just buy another eval and mess around with it until you get the payout. The pout. Just go short at the open and thank me later. I read that and I was like, you might be right. And then sure enough, he was right. And then, yeah, I was late. I forgot to hit the button. Morning looks good. Where's the bottom of the gap? 18.8? I don't know. I mean, we could scroll out a little bit here. But it pretty much went right to the bottom of all this. It's halted itself. That is, if you look at the hourly or the 5-minute chart, after that, I don't really see anything until down to like 900 and 890. So if we break this area, probably heading down to these areas. I was just looking at the 5-minute. Use my code for the evals, code VOLA. They're behind. The goal is June 1st to get caught up. Nico, did you hear that from somewhere or see that somewhere? Did they say that? I mean, it'd be nice if that's the case, because then... Okay, bud. I mean, it would be nice to know, like, their plans. I was just told by my guy that they're just doing their best to get caught up. He didn't, like, give me a date that they're trying to get there by. Yeah, but... My son made a checklist of like 6 different drinks, and he's trying to get to the point where he drinks them all. Methodical man, you in here? I've noticed that you don't show your thing all the time anymore. Talk to you as big gap from overnight close to open. Yeah, I mean it does, yeah. Where is that? It's all the way down here. 816. We get a flush down into one of these key levels and it feels like it's gonna stop. I might take a trade there. I watched The Empire Strikes Back yesterday. It was okay. Man, the graphics are so bad. If we fill the gap, we should rocket into the end of next week. Interesting. It bounced right off of there. Oh, we didn't even get a push down to that next level. Yet anyway. Is PVM's not live today. Looking at the 5-minute, I would much rather this line, not the former. Got any 250Ks yet? Nope. I tried last night on NVIDIA earnings. I actually passed dollars-wise, but it said I hit drawdown. So I literally had 16,000 in profit, but it said I hit drawdown. So it put me in admin mode. And they didn't change it, so I just canceled it. Not really sure what to do about it, to be honest. I mean, I think I'm just not meant to have the 250Ks. I hope they do that again in the future, but for the 150Ks, I feel like those would be a lot more feasible. But I think we all know why they did the 250Ks, because they know that they were going to be pretty damn hard to pass. Yeah, mine, I had to take profit. I mean, here, I'll show you. I posted the pictures and stuff in the Discord. I was pretty pissed. So here's the trade. I got short underneath this line here. I did get a bad fill, but it went directly to my fills and filled me. So, and then here is just showing you that it was an admin. So yeah, it was 15,067. So it filled me almost perfectly, but it put me in admin. So I don't know. Yeah, I see PMI just hit. I was watching it. I almost clicked back over real quick because if we hit that line or maybe went through it to the bands, I was probably going to jump in there. There's a nice little dip, possible scoop area. Yeah, today, if you are looking to get 90% off on any of the evals or the same price as the 50K for the 250K, today is the last day. You have until the end of the month to pass the 250K to get that $85 lifetime activation fee, but today's the last day you can get them for that price. Rhythmic putting in random orders again, just like yesterday? Anyone else having that issue? I've never had that issue. It's just putting in orders for you without clicking or hitting anything? You need to explain to Apex that there is no way it hit your trailing there. Guessing you already did that. I have no, they're just going to, so when it's news like that or earnings or something like that, they always say the same thing, you know, at your own risk. So I've sent in emails 3 separate times when it's done exactly that. And every time they give me the same copy paste response, just saying, sorry, you knew it was going to be volatile. Deal with it. Well, it's not that the 15K is hard, because as you could see when I showed you the screenshot, the 15K is not that hard. It's not hitting the $6,500 in drawdown on your way to the 15K. That's the issue. Well, Bielnox, I guess they're at a point where they would still like to make their customers happy. I mean, Apex does their best to make people happy, but only when they have to, if that makes sense. Want to fund it as well? Interesting. Yeah, there's like no room for error. So, not interested in this unless we hit the bands. Looking for those big flushes down into the bands. Love to see the flush down into the bands. That's what I'm looking for. And then we could get that, hopefully the retest of this break. But right now it's bouncing right off of that high off the 5-minute. See if we get it. It's crazy. The low of today is higher than the there's a gap from low of the day to where we closed yesterday. It's pretty crazy. Just means we gapped up from 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock and never went below here. All right, here we go. See if we get the push. We're gonna get the push, or is this another overlapping candle? We want to see that shove. What we're looking for the shove. And maybe it's like you guys said, they're just trying to fill that gap. Anybody know why Trades by Matt isn't live today? Apex and Rhythmic are having issues again? I feel like I haven't had any issues. I'm having 34,000 MS delay. Interesting. I'm not. See, I just pulled up Nutty. I was scrolling through all the guys. He seemed to be fine. Also, Methodical seems to be doing fine. We're coming right back down to that. Trying to get that gap fill. His kids are going to the doctor, he said. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Daughter had an appointment. Gotcha. What about the gap down at 6 p.m. open? It'll go back to the... Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking too. I was really just hoping for like a big shove candle though. We still haven't had that. We're kind of just leaking down to it. I am simply looking for a big push candle, like an emotional sell-off type candle into the bands, like where people are just dumping, getting out of their long positions, etc. Usually when you get that, you get the nice little dump slash push, and then usually it just gets bought right up, because that's also when the shorts start to cover. And then I'll usually, if we get it, so like right now, if this dumped down into these bands right here, I would be looking to get long, looking to get a retest of where that move started. This green band, so if I scroll out, you see these outer bands. I got a red one for up top and a green one for down the bottom. These are the Keltner channels. And through some back testing, I found that where I have them, which I can give you, what I think it's 4x on, and I use the 13 MA. Uh, 4x standard deviation with 13 MA. That's what this is in the middle. It's the 13 MA. But I found that usually when you get big moves into those areas, like if you go back, yesterday was actually, we got a bunch of them. I'll scroll back. After, if this starts to chop or starts going back up, I'll scroll over and show you. But I mean, even right here, you can see we went into the bands and then we started to try to go back up. So the idea of these Keltner channels are that if they get the outer bands get hit, you're probably going to get some sort of pullback before a continuation or a reversal. I'm going to activate the evals when I get paid. So hopefully I don't get to the point where it sucks because I wanted to be able to go through the payout process now, and hopefully they get caught up by the first. So when I put in for the request on the first, it'll be a lot faster than what everyone's going through now. But as long as Apex is doing what they're doing, I just want to make sure everyone's getting their payouts before I bother activating the evals, just to be safe. What soda should I drink today? What sodas do you have? Give me your options and I'll pick one. Nvidia sweeps rolling in at 1050 strength. That's crazy, man. They're gonna do a split on that. Nvidia is gonna drop to like 300 when they do a split. They're gonna do a 3-to-1 probably. Still have some PAs I haven't activated yet. It's been almost a month. Yeah, the only disadvantage of that is you're gonna have to pay the monthly fee on them. I am super excited for the giveaway for this upcoming month. Mountain Dew, Pepsi, Coke, Dr. Pepper to eat with the burger. With a burger, interesting. I would go dark color with the burger. You can't go wrong with Dr. Pepper, but you know me and my Coke. Sweet Pepsi, I don't think really would go well with the burger, so I think it's between Dr. Pepper and Coke. And if I had to choose, I'm probably going Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper to me is more of a drink that you drink while you're eating. Coke is more of a, like, you just want something different than water. And that's the main reason I drink soda, is because I just get tired of drinking just water. There's water in Diet Coke. At least that's what I tell my wife. It's true. Believe it or not, most sodas are mainly water. It's the main ingredient in pretty much all soda. Is there anyone pretending to be you in Discord? Probably. Is there someone doing it now? I'll go ban them. You want to hear something funny? I had somebody try to friend request me as me. Like, what kind of like power move is that? Every once in a while, I'll go through and see if there's somebody in there. I actually don't see any right now. Unless, did they put the exclamation points? Let me see. Yeah, I don't see any at the moment in the members list. Yeah, you just gotta ignore them. I'll never message you unless it's for something specific, and then it's pretty obvious that it's me. They sent me an email for copy trading. Don't know what that's all about. You got a friend request from me too? Yeah, it's not me. I never send friend requests. I usually make you guys do it just so that way you know it's me. So I just posted in the chat. That is my Discord name. Just straight volatility trading. Nothing, no numbers, no anything. It's just volatility trading, all one word. My appearance for my name is the exclamation point space volatility space trading space exclamation point. But if you're looking at the friend request itself, this is what it would be if it was coming from me. It's just straight volatility trading. Yeah, that's the other thing. Most of these spam, scams, / bots or whatever, they all are usually brand new Discord accounts, which I am far from that. I have been a member since, I'm trying to find where it says it. November 29th, 2015. I've been on Discord for quite a while because we used to use it for gaming quite a bit. Don't forget that like button. Appreciate you all being in here. Thanks for all the support that you continuously give me. Also, if you are just joining, today is the last day for the 90% off the Apex accounts. It's 90% off everything. The one caveat to that is the 250Ks you can get right now for the price of the 50Ks. So it's literally $16.70. You can get a 250K Eval. I don't recommend it because they're almost impossible to pass, and you only have now until the end of the month to pass the 250Ks in order to take advantage of the $85 lifetime fee that they have. So I personally don't recommend getting any of those, but I mean, obviously that's up to you. But as far as the 90% off on all the accounts, that ends tonight. And I was told that we're going to be going to 80% until the end of the month. And I have no idea what we're going to be doing after the 80% off going into June. So we shall see. Also, if anybody wants to donate money to the stream for my wife's birthday, that is completely up to you. Today is her birthday. I will 1000% give her the money that you donate. Just kidding. Don't donate money. That was completely just me being funny. Exclamation point instead of the I. Yeah, man, they get creative. No, he won't. He'll buy Apex. Nah, we can't even go to dinner tonight because my son's got his second day of soccer tryouts. I told her I would go like pick up dinner, but if we do, it might be tomorrow. Actually, I think that is what I'm doing tomorrow because I think she said she's been craving one of the meatball subs from a place we used to go to all the time, but it's where we used to live as well. Matt's live now. Guess his daughter's appointment is over, obviously. Yep, here he is. Gotta realize these streamers that are on for most of the day, especially when they got the numbers they have, they're sitting here all day for a reason. Every day they show up, they might gain 1 or 2 more people. For someone like Trades by Matt, it's like 100 people at a time. And the more people you got watching you, the more people are likely to use your code, et cetera, et cetera. And trust me, it's their job. I try not to take that approach because I never want trading or the affiliation side of things to take away from the fact of my ultimate goal, which is the financial freedom from actually learning how to trade and become a profitable trader. So I feel like at some point, some of these guys, they really just fall into that trap of this affiliate money is way too good to pass up. And they really start focusing more on that. Now, TBM, I will say, ever since he switched to Apex, minus his little blow up days that he has every once in a while, he's been very good at trading itself. So you got to give him props where they are due. Now, someone like Patrick Whelan, someone like Alpine, like right now, Alpine's kind of going through the shitter because he's basically completely changing the way that he trades. And, you know, you could clearly tell what his intentions were. Same with someone like Nutty. I mean, they're both great guys on the outside, it seems like. But when it comes to money, dude, money changes everybody. It really does. I've had money in the past, and I don't need this money. So I think that's why it's a lot easier for me to not look at it from the financial aspect of it and really kind of just stay focused on the goal at hand. This music sucks. It's like dramatic, like background movie music or something. But I don't know. I am staying true to my roots. I always will. It's a lot easier that way. And it's just a lot easier to be upfront with everybody as well because if you don't hide anything, then there's never any questions about that stuff. Like when that guy, what was his name, Crispy Bagels or Chewy Bagels or whatever, when he came in here and he was like trying to call me out on stuff. It's like, huh? What are you talking? Like, do you not know who I am and how I handle these things? Patrick Wheeland is literally a clown, straight up marketing, zero trading skills. Yeah, it's been that way since the beginning. What a world we live in. YouTubers can make more money pretending to be good at trading than actually good traders. It's true. It's sadly true. It is sadly true. It is sadly true. But yeah, speaking of that, let me check my options. What a crazy chart for NVIDIA. That is just absolutely insane. Let's see. Everything is red today except for NVIDIA. So much for NVIDIA carrying the market. Most of the good traders aren't on YouTube. They will be in the Twitter world or Instagram showing off their lifestyle and P&L. Well, that's true too. Believe it or not, YouTube is a lot of work. Like same with like Twitch, like Twitch and YouTube. Like if you go live, like right now you got like TVM, Nutty, Alpine. There's some like UK guy. You got Methodical. There's a bunch of people that sit here and stream all day. And there's one thing that they all have in common. And it's that they're pushing. At some point, if you watch them long enough, you will hear them push code TBM, code Alpine, code Nutty. Thank you for your support. Like, I feel weird as F saying those things. I really do. But it's like part of being a YouTuber, right? Like you're out here, you're showing people your journey, and some people take it different. Like Patrick Whelan, like he just straight up lies. Like I'm the best trader there is, etc. Get your accounts, code PW. Like it's just you're gonna hear it. But the reason that they're live all day and sitting here all day is because they see what they're getting on the back end. And it's a lot. Like Methodical shows you what he makes on a monthly basis. I show you what I make. And we're smaller compared to these other guys. So imagine what they're making. It's nuts. I was really hoping for a dump before we had all this, but it doesn't look like we're going to quite get it. I do trade it the other way too. we get a big push into the bands to the upside, especially into a key area, which we definitely have one here at 928. I'm not afraid to take a position short. $12 in ad revenue last night didn't tell a soul. Yeah, I know what you meant. Are you talking just from the live streams or from YouTube as a whole? I know you did like a few live streams. As a whole? Damn. It's kind of low. Dude, stocks, just my YouTube channel never did well with stocks. The only time it did well is when I had the Mark Douglas stuff on my channel, which everyone really liked, and then I had the all the DOS tutorials. That was really it. Other than that, like no one really has it's just such a niche area, especially the way that I was trading. I was a short bias trader. Most of the 90% that are coming on the YouTube looking for stuff are all people that are looking for people like Ross and like long bias traders that are making a lot of money really fast. And I just wasn't that. So it was like my channel never took off with stocks. And right now it's kind of taken off a little bit, but look at why, right? It's a hot topic with the prop firms and futures. But at the same time, it was because I was essentially gambling accounts before they, like with the evals and stuff like that. Like that's what people want to see. They want to see the entertainment value in all of it. And I mean, it is what it is. I mean, there's just everyone's always going to be that way. Nobody wants to like really watch you succeed, believe it or not. I feel like being online and putting yourself out there, you're essentially just opening yourself up mostly to people that are just watching you, hoping that you fail. And it's the sad reality that we live in. It's very rare that you come across people that actually are here to watch you succeed. And that's why when I find those people, I try to keep them close. And you guys know who you are. Blow ups equal views. Yep. And that's why Patty Wheeling gets all his. That's why PW is successful. He's just a paid jester. Yeah, exactly. This made me cry and sad. Hopefully you're not driving. I don't want your car insurance to go up anymore. Big P&L equal views. And that's the thing. Like PW was one of the first ones to realize big P&L meant views. And so that's why he started faking it. Because he knew he couldn't do it for real. That's why he started trading demo. And it's so easy when you don't post every day. Because if you're off stream and you lose, you just don't post it. It's a demo account anyway, so no one's ever going to know. That was always my big thing. With DOS Trader, all the stock traders, you can literally show the account column. All you have to do is show the first letter or number, and that was it. If it started with a T, it was a demo account. It was TR, it was training. If it started with any letter that isn't a T or any number, then it was a real account. So people are like, oh, I'm not going to show you my account number. It's like, I'm not asking you to show me your account number. I'm asking you to show me the first letter and or number of the account column, which you can clearly do because you can drag it to where it only shows that first letter or number. And they just would refuse to do it. So anyone that refused to do that, I simply just, you know what's going on. And it's that simple. So you just don't bother watching them anymore. Oh, well, with the prop firm, yes. With the prop firm is different. You know that you're doing that. Plus, we all know that going into it. So that's not even the big deal. But like someone like Patrick Wheeland, like he'll post these big like $13,000 days or whatever on one account. But he's never going to see a payout on those accounts because he's never going to be able to abide by the 30% rule on those accounts. So that's the other thing. It's like you can post these big numbers, but in the end, he's not actually making $13,000. He's making $13,000 $50,000 fake dollars that he's never going to be able to take out because he's never going to be able to get to a payout on those accounts to where he can withdraw that money. And even if he did, him saying he's making $13,000 on one account, if he gets the payout for the first 3 months, he can only take 2,000 or 3,000, whatever amount. I don't know like which accounts he's trading, but that's the thing. Like, it's so misleading. Like, oh, look at me, I made $13,000. Like, people are like, oh wow, he made $13,000 that he could literally have in his bank and use to go buy cars and shit like that. Like, that's not how this works. And a lot of people are just uneducated on that, and that's the problem. Using PW shouldn't be taken seriously, as unlike yourself, TVM, Rips without a command and Nutty. Who's Rips? You can't see his positions in live P&L at any given time during the live stream. Also true. Is there a new news about the Apex payouts? I mean, I've been waiting for the last 8 days. I think everybody is, Anka. But I have heard some people got approved. So I think right now, just with everything being changed, I think the next payout or two, I think everyone's just going to have to be patient until they get caught up. Because I really think that they're just trying to be more, they're trying to scrutinize the accounts a little bit more this time. So I think everyone's going to be perfectly fine. I think they just want to make sure you're not one of the ones trying to take advantage of the system. But I think it just goes the order, kind of like when you hear, we'll take them in the order that we receive them. I feel like just it depends on where you're at in line at this point. Because they only have so many people doing the payouts. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we just kind of chill out here. Rips from Market Clubhouse. He appears frequently on Top Step Live. Oh, that guy. Gotcha. And no problem, Anka. I bought an Eval like 20 minutes ago, and I still cannot see it in Rhythmic. Interesting. Have you tried restarting Rhythmic just to see if that helps? A 100 times? Damn. Honestly, I'm not sure. Lost your 250k PA? Ugh. How? How many contracts were you using? That's probably pretty hard to do. $6,500 in drawdown is quite a bit. Especially if, I mean, I'm assuming you, yeah, how did you do that? I'm actually curious. I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you. I didn't even tell you guys. Alan, what do you mean there's a 250K account? Where do you see if your eval is in admin status? It's on RTrader Pro. So on here, if you have the status bar, if you don't, just right click and hit add remove columns, and there's a stat. You just got to make sure status is checked. But it'll say either active or it'll say admin. If it's still active, you're good. If it says admin, you are not so good. It's looking like we're still heavy overall. See if we get a flush down into the current low. Yep, no problem, done. Mario said he lost his 250K account. Oh, you're saying that someone actually had one? I would have had two of them if my buy order didn't get screwed up on the very first, I think it was CPI. Or I don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't know if the whole drawdown thing would have happened again. But that's where I passed these 350Ks. I had two 250Ks linked with the copy trader as well. But I was changing the take profits because the take profits were different for them. But as I was doing it, it let me change it for the short, but it wouldn't let me change it for the long. And it went through and it went up, and it worked perfectly. But I don't know if it would have worked with the drawdown, honestly. But I ended up, it didn't even trade them because it never came down and hit the short. It just went straight up. So then I tried trading it after that, and I lost them. And then I've lost 4 more since then. So, and then the one last night with NVIDIA earnings, I thought that happened fairly cleanly, but it still hit me on the drawdown. So I don't know. I'm just going to give up on those. Yeah, I didn't even tell you guys about the pool. So it was like about almost a month ago now, they put in for the permit to start with the pool. Well, the very next day, they flagged the permit that said it had a violation, that apparently it was linked to my neighbor. And like, because they had a complaint that the water would pool in like on their side of the yard, but it would overflow into our yard. So they thought it was like some kind of grading issue, etc. But it's since been fixed, but they never sent us any notice. And keep in mind, this was from back in 2022. But then the permit office, the pool place, no one said anything. So it literally happened the day after. It was like it was submitted on like the 24th, and then the 25th, it got denied for that violation or whatever. But then no one said anything. I actually was wondering what the heck was going on. So I went and looked the permit up and found all this out like a couple days ago. And then we've had to like call the county, the pool place, like just to figure out what's going on. And we eventually got a guy that he's coming out today to basically come see if all the work had been done to essentially take that violation off of the permit so that they can pass it so that they can start working on the pool. But needless to say, I'm pretty pissed because that's literally a whole month where they could have already been building the pool so that we would have had time to use it by the time it gets too cold. And now I'm just like, I don't know. It just really, really rubbed me the wrong way. I guess the same thing happened to my NVIDIA eval as yours. Yeah, it was like the trade worked perfectly. I showed you guys the chart earlier, but it still said I hit drawdown, which I literally made 15,000 in profit, but it still told me that I hit drawdown, and it put me in admin status, even though it gave me the 15,000 take profit. I don't quite understand it. The pool will be 6 foot in the deep end, so nothing crazy. Enough for the kids to jump in. Personally, don't care about which account someone is trading. All I need to see is their entries and exits live without any hide and seek shenanigans, because that's all that matters in trading. It's very true. Someone's $10 is someone else's $1,000. Someone's $1,000 is someone's $1 million. Like, you always have to realize that the size doesn't matter. The P&L doesn't matter. It's the quality of the trades themselves. I've been saying that since the very beginning. Lost 250K eval today, one trade. Well, it's different with the eval. With the PA, I would think you would slow down. There's no need to rush it, especially if you had the lifetime on it. That's why I was asking Marius how he lost it. Like, how many contracts was he trading? He hasn't answered. If we can get to 30 likes on the video, I'll do a $10 giveaway to end the stream today. I'll pull an Alpine. I used 25 contracts. It lasted 1 minute. Well, that's fine. 10 few times. That was it. Still owe you 33. That's going to be such a good running joke come a couple years from now. Yeah, see, Marius, I would have never have went that big. I would have just traded it like it was a 50K and just took my time. You literally have the lifetime fee on it. Just take your time. Still owe you food. Zishan, I am praying. I don't pray, but I'm praying that you get I get 2 payouts back to back. All I can envision is you picking me up at the airport, taking me right to the gas station, forcing me to play slots, emptying my pockets into the slots, and then you're like, oh, here's some Indian food while you sit there and continue to play slots. And then I'll be like, well, do you have a place for me to sleep? And you're like, yeah, the stool you're sitting on. Don't stop playing. And then I'll be like, oh, okay, well, as long as you keep feeding me Indian food while I sit in this gas station playing slots. Tom is asking me if there's VWAP. VWAP on Quantower. Is there no VWAP on Quantower? They have fair value. You can put fair value gap as an indicator. Does that actually work? This whole time you guys are trying to explain fair value gap to me. It was an indicator. I could have just put it on the chart as an indicator. How do they have all these indicators but no VWAP? I seriously don't see VWAP. Simple moving average, obviously. Moving average, moving. I actually am not seeing it. I mean, I'm not done scrolling yet, but volume impulse. I don't see it. Is that something that you have to pay for? Custom view. Click on the round thing. Custom. Ah. Oh, but it's under volume analysis. So you do have to pay for it. Jocko, do you have it? Do you pay for it? It's telling me I have to buy a license for it. This function requires a paid license. Wait, VWAP 1, enable VWAP. Yeah. Yeah, that's volume analysis, I'm assuming, is this? Yeah, show hide volume analysis toolbar. Wow, interesting. Interesting they would loop that in there. VWAP if you pay. Yeah, interesting. RIP toilet. Yeah. Give me one of them stools that's also a toilet. I just never have to leave it. That's to pay for the VWAP. Right click on chart volume analysis, show toolbar, bottom of chart. Yeah, you have to pay for it. It's kind of crap. Volume analysis, show toolbar, yeah. What is it, anchor VWAP? Yeah, you still have to pay for that anyway. Stool, that's a tool. 1K in Schwab and get VWAP and TOS. They make you keep 1K in there now? Thought it used to just be like $50. But maybe since they switched to Schwab. Sorry, the wife is asking me if I have any reward points to claim for Chick-fil-A. Just checking real quick. TradingView is free. That's true. I could just pull it up on TradingView. I mean, I don't use View app, so it doesn't really matter for me. It's like when Eric Carmen's mom bought a mini toilet so Eric could poop when he's playing World of Warcraft. Yes, I remember that. Getting my money back then? I'm pretty sure that it definitely wasn't. I mean, it might have changed obviously for TOS, but it was only $50 when it was TD Ameritrade. IRL poop is nasty. Yeah, it is. You can only have like 2 indicators up on TradingView freemium plan though. That's true. It's the same with Quantower. You can only have 2. Where are we at with the likes? 17? Weak. Just not seeing any like obvious support and resistance really to trade here. Pretty obvious line that we already have drawn here, but obviously we're not playing with it. We're just kind of chopping. Starting to feel like it's basing here though. You can see a little bit of a trend line forming here. Feels like we're just kind of obeying that at the moment. Jocko's saying that he has VWAP for free. Is it because I have 2 indicators up already? See if I get rid of one, if it'll let me add. Doesn't work for me. Yeah, I don't know, Jocko. It doesn't let me. Oh, now I gotta redo this. I can just leave it white. Fine. A little easier to see. Oh, top step. Okay, so apparently if you use top step, it's included. No fees in the trading combine, dashboard, free TPO profile charting, DOM surface, and volume analysis tools. There it is. So I wonder if you pay the $30. If you pay the $30 for Quantower to activate multiple props, if you have Top Step connected, if you would then still get, like if you had like a lifetime account on Top Step and you just let it sit there, if you would get all the stuff you get from that. That'd be interesting. NQ's fighting, let's push higher. The thing with 3-to-1 stop is that your day can turn negative quickly if you take the wrong trade. I did 3 scalps today, 100%, 275, and walked away. Won't be copy trading for a while. Nice, good stuff. Yeah, the 3-to-1, it is what it is. And it can actually be 4-to-1 if you haven't heard. They kind of walk that back a little bit. And it can be a mental stop now. It doesn't have to be a hard stop. Now I'm imagining your wife bringing a mini toilet for you. That would be interesting.
I feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy. Had to work hard, struggle just to be me. Had to rise up just so they could see me. Did what I had to do just to feed me, and what was left over I put towards my
Yeah, and apparently it's not even like a hard set rule now. They're basically saying as long as you're around that 1-to-3, 1-to-4, like consistently, that's all they're looking for. They just want to make sure you're not letting trades go crazy against you. So I took the trades on precision. The opening trade I got, it worked. And then, you know, I actually wanted to go back and watch that. I feel like it missed us by a tick again. We got the opening trade, and then we also passed the other eval that we have with them. So I'm curious if with their new website, if it'll update and send me the stuff for the PA as quickly. Yeah, let me go back and watch that real quick. So our order was at 970.25. Oh, my mouse is over there though. Hold on. Oh. It didn't. I don't know if I got. I was putting the stop in. Oh, there it is. 2 ticks. So my order was at 18,970.25. It went down to 18,970.75. 2 ticks. I'm getting really good at that. I am really good at that. Do you take anything other than the opening range trade? Yes. I'm looking for these. See the red and green lines on my chart? I am looking for a big move one way or the other into these bands. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for big pushes one way or the other. And if we go into the red band, I'm looking to get short, looking to ride it back down to wherever the key level is that it popped through. Same with the short or long. So like if we came down to here and we broke down into the bands, I would be looking for a retest of that breakpoint. It's the Keltner channels. But yesterday, oh, that's what I wanted to show you guys yesterday. So yesterday, this actually happened quite a bit. All right, so here's the open yesterday. And you can see I took the trade when it happened here. So big move down into the bands, looking for the retest of that previous level, which was, I don't know what it was at the time, but obviously there was something there. But ended up getting out there. It worked. As you can see, I tried to come down here. I wasn't here, but look at how many times this happened. Big push down, went back up. Big push down into the bands, went back up. Big push down into the bands, went back up. Big push down into the bands, went back up. Big push up into the bands, came back down. This one didn't quite hit the bands. Up into the bands. This one actually did try higher, so I might have got stopped out here because it looks like I would have been maybe trying to get like previous, like at least here, because I always try to go to at least that previous candle, but then it ended up going back up. I don't know if I would have got out somewhere in here or if we would have ended up getting stopped out, but hopefully my entry would have been good enough. But yeah, again, this is after hours, this is before the NVIDIA stuff, but so I'm not going to count that stuff. But yeah, I mean, those bands, they have proven to be pretty nice through backtesting. I mean, even here today, like you went down into the bands and it didn't quite get like a reversal type move, but it still did give you a move back up above even the bottom of this candle. And then we haven't hit the bands again today yet. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the ones where they go into those bands, and I'm looking to essentially go the out. Like I'm looking for a reversion type trade. Use the current meta on precision before they ban patch it. I am. That's essentially what I'm doing. I'm wondering if they're gonna still allow it, but the thing that they're doing is that they lowered the amount you can withdraw, and they also raised the amount that you have to have before you can withdraw. So I'm wondering if they're going to go that route instead of like just trying to ban that. But the Apex didn't even ban it. The opening trade is still there to trade. You just have to have a bias, and you have to figure out which way you believe the open's actually going to go. Even today, I said it was probably going to go down, which it did. So I had a bias. I feel like I've always had a bias. Even when I'm talking through the trades, yes, I was putting an order on both sides, but I always had a bias on where I think the market's going to go, just based off of what it was doing pre-market. NVIDIA reminding me of Tesla back in its prime days. Yeah, I agree. I just don't understand how they can think NVIDIA is worth where it's at. I don't quite understand it, to be honest. Still doesn't make sense. Having two orders basically just shows where you would switch your bias. Yeah. And that's the thing, is when I have my bias, I'm essentially putting my stop where my other order would have been anyway. So that's the idea. So like when you see me trading in the morning now, I'm basically like, I'll even put it out. So like 15. So like, let's say I'm like, this is where I'm looking to get short. Or well, that's a bad example. I just don't want to get too close to the price here. Hold on. So let's say it was here, and I would be going long up here. Well, I would then put my... Oh, let me cancel this. I would then... Let me see if I can drag it real quick. Oh, no, 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 no. I would then just drag my stop up to there. So my order would look, I better not. Oh, God. Playing with fire here. Okay, I'm just going to cancel this. You get the idea. If, let me just use, if I were going to put my order, say here, to go short, I would then put my stop here, right? Same thing. If I were to put my order to go long here, I would put my stop here. And so just because I don't necessarily know where the market is going to go, no one knows where the market's actually going to go. It doesn't mean I don't have a bias, but I also want to catch the move if it goes the other way. Like that's the whole idea. So now if I realize I have a short here and it starts to go up, I have to now hit cancel to then put that order out anyway, just to follow just to follow the rules. Like, and it doesn't make any sense because I'm essentially doing the same thing. I have a bias, but your bias isn't always right. It's not meant to always be right. You obviously aren't always going to be 100% right. And I think that's the part that just kind of irks me about the whole situation, because using the brackets, like, it's not, I just don't understand how they can feel that that's cheating the system, because it's not. I don't know. It's their company, it's their rules. All we can do is abide by them. Just buy the same stock as Warren Buffett, you'll be rich. Yeah, but the problem is he made all his money from buying all those stocks from forever ago and just never selling them. That was the thing, is he bought these stocks when they were way cheaper. But something like Nvidia, how can someone buy Nvidia at this current price and just be like, oh, I'm just going to hold this until I'm Warren Buffett's age and I'll be rich? Like, the thing is already like super high up there. I guarantee you he wasn't buying stocks when they were at all-time highs like this. I am always right. Nvidia splitting 10. You think they're going to do 10 to 1? I was thinking more like 3 to 1 or 5 to 1. Yeah, well, they're going to get bagged. Getting a little bit of a push down here. Into the bands as well as the lows could be an interesting trade here. Still not a lot of volume. I wish Tesla never split. Yeah. Or get into Congress and insider trade. That's so true. So sad, yet so true. What did she want? Sandwich and fries. Shares will begin trading on a split adjusted basis at market open on June 10th. Wait, they already announced the split? Where are you seeing that at? I mean, I could look it up, I guess. Right after their earnings. Oh, wow. I didn't know that. All right. Well, 10 to 1. There you go. See if we can get a push down into bands here. Just double bottom here.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain.
That's not true, Zishan. What about Berkshire Hathaway? Isn't their stock like in the tens of thousands? Berkshire BRK.B. No, that's at 409. That must not be the one I'm thinking of. BRK. Berkshire. Is it A? Yeah. $618,000, $618,205 is what Berkshire Hathaway is at. The spread on BRK.A is $20,000. That's nuts. Do you imagine trying to trade that with a $20,000 spread? Absolutely insane. So obviously still looking for a dump here. Not getting the flush. We're just kind of leaking down there. I bought 3 Tesla pre-split and have now 9 at 50% discount. Nice. I've been wanting to take a leap option on Tesla for a long time, but it just never makes sense. The premiums that you pay for it are just stupid. It's like they're horrible. Honestly, right now, I'm definitely waiting until this stuff with Elon goes through or doesn't go through, where he's like essentially demanding, what is it, like $25 billion or something? All right, here we go. See if we can get that flush down into green to red. $60 billion? Jeez, yeah, that's insane. Webull is giving out Berkshire shares with every new account. Could you imagine? So right now, I would be looking around there if we can, or at least previous candle. Still just not the push that I'm looking for. Oh, we're literally going to bounce right off of it. Literally straight up even with the green to red, which is where we closed yesterday. The odds are it's going to find some support somewhere in here. We're going to come retest this 838 area. But I am not looking to guess where that's going to find support. I'm just going to stick to my guns with these bands until we get that push into them. Not even going to bother. This is pretty close, but I've found in the past that pretty close doesn't always work out. To me right now, all we're doing is just riding the line. We haven't ever actually touched it, so perfectly okay not getting a trade if that's what it wants to do. Steve sent you more official news on NVIDIA and Discord. Just filled the gap. Up we go now. We'll see. 18,786 is where the weekly VWAP's at. Interesting. Looks like we're trying to build that support here. Nasdaq about to turn negative. Dow down 300. Damn. Yeah, I don't follow the Dow too much. Looks like we're going to try to base here, though. I would think we'll go retest this previous area at 838. And then what it does after that is obviously up to them. All right, well, we never officially got that flush that we were looking for, so it's a bummer. Damn. We're right back to it. Nuts. Just out of curiosity. You're looking at like a $600 trade there. See if we can't get a reject of this area since it went right up to it. I was expecting it to reject there pretty quickly, but actually went right through it. I got in when it looked like we were rejecting it. See if we can get back under there. Is this fair value? I don't know any how long will that work. I'm just trading support and resistance, or I was trying to, but it looks like we got above it and now it's trying to use it as support. We need to try to get back through it. See if we can get back in there. So now I'm obviously not interested if we go back above here. Just want to give it just a little bit of room here to overlap if it wants to. Yeah. Yeah, I should have stayed away from it. That's annoying. Are you really going to do me like that? Gotta be fucking kidding me. What a joke. Nice. That was a nice trade. I was actually going to move it up to see if we can get the break, but I like the fact that we were just going for the retest. Got most of it back. All right. Not gonna mess around with that anymore. I had the right idea. I was looking for it to reject this area, but it didn't. Went through, tried to use it as support, and then it swept it to the low side. It was really struggling to break back down, so that was kind of my thought. Just waiting until I confirm it. As it started to come back up, hit it, and we got the push right back up, and I was using this as my stop. So would have been a smaller loss had we taken it, but it worked out. Now I'm looking for the big push up here real quick. That I didn't. I was just gonna get it. I guess you want to ask him. I was just gonna get. I mean, do you want to ask him? Yeah, I got a large. Dude, what time is it? Ask the group. Ask her that too, because I just asked. Yeah. I should have waited for the actual line there. Might have actually been pretty close to take profit had I waited. Just one quick little shove, quick little shove. Go, 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 go. Shove it, shove it. Just gonna take it off. It didn't seem to want to give us that extra little push. Of course. It's alright. Still a good trade there. 120 instead of the 200. I don't even know if that would have got us. I don't know where my order was. It was at 876. This went to 874.50, so we would have got the fill. Or wait, was that? That's where I hit flat. And yeah, no, it was 876. So yeah, we would have just got the fill. It's all right though. Back to green on the day, which is nice. Huge queue. I have a bunch of black mollies, tiger barbs, tons of bristle nose plecos, some neon tetras, black mo. Oh no, I already said black mollies. Zebra. Are they no, they're not mollies. Zebra Danios. Huh? And then I also have they're called Conga tetras. They get really big and they're like rainbow. They look like rainbows. What was it? What was your present? Battle back. Minus 1,000 now. Up 11. Nice. Looks like a cool tank. I brought a new fish home and it had ick. Yeah. Raise the temperature really high and get some of that ick treatment. It's pretty easy to take care of. You got to get it quickly though, because if you don't get it quickly, it'll kill them. It'll kill them all really fast because it basically puts holes in them. Yeah, raise the temperature like to, I don't know, like 80. 80 is usually a good number. I don't know what kind of fish you're dealing with, but I've actually thought about putting a camera back there so you guys could like watch them like as a second. You know how everyone has like second cameras and stuff? Yeah, it's the little white spots. But what they do is they're like moles or warts. So like, warts is a good way to put it. They like go into the skin. So when they finally come off, if it doesn't kill them first, it takes that part of their body with them. So it's literally eating at their skin. So you have to catch it before it gets too bad, because if you don't, then it'll just, the holes will get too big and it'll end up killing them anyway, even after you treat it. API cure, yeah, raise the temp, cure it, and hope for the best. You just got to keep up on it. I'll go put my lunch in real quick. I'll be right back. Actually, I'm gonna get out of here. I gotta go run to Chick-fil-A anyway. I'll be back here tomorrow, same time, same place. Appreciate you all being here. Until then, stay safe. Tomorrow's Friday, so that'll be fun. Have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you tomorrow morning. Peace.